G'day everyone, welcome back to another day in the shed. So if you haven't joined us before, I brought a collection or lifetime collection of 72 cameras, give or take, off a gentleman here in town, and so far I've been opening them up 4 at a time. Found a lot of German stuff so far, so when I was packing them, sort of put them in their categories in each box, like he had already packed them for me, but they were already laid out in their sort of, in their make. So when I've been going back through them, I've been opening up sometimes a lot of the same camera. So hopefully we get a bit of a mixture today. So we'll start off with, have a look at the size difference in these. So this is like probably normal. This is extremely thin. And then these two are far bulkier. So these might be SLRs. We'll find out. We'll go this one first. This is very heavy. This might be the heaviest camera I've opened so far. What the hell is that? That's cool. So we've got an Exactor. This thing is a beast. And the rewind's on the left here. That is very interesting. I've not seen one of these cameras before. That is super cool. Lens is a Carl Zeiss Jenner Biotar 58mm f2. That's pretty darn cool. That's awesome. So you look down through the top. So I've also got a Mamiya RB67 in my collection. This is, looking down through there. The same, that's pretty cool. How's the lens come off? Lens seems to have a little bit of dust in it maybe, but I'll give it a clean up and see what I can clean. This thing's cool. I've not had one of these cameras before. So much so that I don't even know how to open it. Assuming it's got something to do with these. Oh, there we go, you pull that. And the back opens. You can tell these are like super well made. But don't ask me how to use them. Is that the shutter? No idea what's going on, but anyway, that's what the back of it looks like. Sounds like a dog's dying in the background, but anyway. Cool. Like I said, no idea how to use it, but anyway. Very happy with that one. Another camera I'm not familiar with. This one is a Diax 2. And this one has a very nice lens on it. Wonder if it comes off or if it's fixed. So we've got a Schneider, what is it? 45mm f2.8. This is a very compact camera compared to the Exacta anyway. I think anything's compact compared to the Exacta. Anyway, it goes from bulb mode up to 500, so that's pretty cool. And definitely need to do some research. So if anyone knows how to use this damn thing, let me know. And do I want the big bugger or the folder? And I go the big fella first. This Exacta is definitely heavier than this, so it might not be another Exacta. Exa 2A. So going from getting 4 of basically the same camera last video to 4 completely different cameras is pretty cool. This is a big camera. Like, I've got big hands, but it's not a very comfortable camera to use, I must admit. So we've got a Optic 50mm f2.8. They've all had really nice lenses on them, all these cameras. We'll try and open that up. This one seems really clean too. Lens definitely feels like it's in good order. I'm not sure about the camera though. Would help if I knew how to use it. But if I I had already cocked that, and the shutter won't go off. But maybe there's something I'm missing. And if I knew how to open the back, I'd show you, but cannot seem to figure it out. So I've got some research ahead of me. Now this is obviously has to be a folding camera, but it still feels pretty heavy. Sometimes folding cameras can be quite light. Either that or it's a piece of wood. That's cool. First Voigtlander, I think. Vito 2. It's been a very interesting mix of cameras. Again, just like the others, got no idea how to use it. For some reason, it looks like someone's painted a dot right in the center of the viewfinder there. Well, that's today's 4 cameras. Don't know how to use any of them. That's half the fun. Today's pick, even just for coolness, would definitely have to be the Exacta. I love looking down through the top. It just gives you a completely different viewpoint to what you'd normally get. And they're a lot of fun. It's a good thing these videos aren't about how to use the cameras, because I don't know how to use the cameras. I know how to use cameras, just not these cameras. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you with the next 4. Okay, so I've had a bit of a play with them off camera, and I figured out a few little quirks. I've realized how to open this. There's a little button on the bottom here. Open that up, and that releases this. I was expecting it to fold out forwards, but it goes sideways. So this camera has a Voigtlander 50mm f3.5, so a nice little lens there. I hadn't actually tried it yet. Look, I've still got some figuring out to do, okay? But I've opened it. And then with the Exactor, I've got honestly no idea how to use this thing. But another cool little thing is if you did not want to look down into the prism, you open up this fella and you can look straight through. Well, you need to swing that up and then you're able to have a quick view. So if you've already, I don't know why you would use that and not just look down, but anyway, it's there. And that is a microscope attachment. Not a microscope, a magnifying attachment. So it's swung up just like the RV67s and allows you to have more critical focusing, which works really well, I must admit. Oh, okay, so it's actually got two, from what I can tell, two focus rings. So it's got this major one here, which changes it very drastically. And then you've got this smaller one here just for fine tuning. No, I'm wrong. Wrong again. That's the apertures. That is the aperture blade. I'm a bit of a donkey, aren't I? Right. So you'd have it on wide open to focus. And then you shut it down to your required aperture. So that's the aperture. But yeah, still can't figure out how to actually use it. And this big fella does work. So we've got the shutter speeds up here on this dial, ranging from bulb and then half second up to 250th of a second. So I'll put it on 250, wind that. This doesn't work for some reason. I don't know what that does. But if you release it on the lens, it does work. But again, still got no idea how to open it. I've tried all sorts of different things, but nothing seems to want to open the file. It's rather annoying. But with a bit of tinkering, you can definitely figure stuff out. And this one, did I figure this one out? So on this big dial, I was wondering what this was here. That's how you change your shutter speed. Yeah, so that will adjust. So I'll sit on 500. So this one definitely works by the looks of it. So this one actually does seem like it's on point with the shutter speeds. And again, they've all got really nice lenses. Well, I don't know about the Voigtlander, but these three definitely have very nice lenses on them that are well made. This one has what is it? It's kind of like a split prism focusing. I can't remember what you call it when the two images line up together. Whereas this one does have a split prism in it. So I tend to prefer split prisms because they, for me, are just easier to focus rather than spot, the different types. Anyway, happy to have these 4, especially after the last 4. I was a bit bummed, but these are really cool. Happy and looking forward to learning how to use them.